Hi, all you luminous lads and laddies. I don't know why that one came out, but I like to change it up. I don't know. I'm a goofball. I'm a goofball. I'm your master cosmologist, the head cheerleader to the stars. I am here to report on Black Moon Lilith at 4 degrees of Scorpio. I've had an ongoing series, my Black Moon Lilith channeling series. I'm a couple days late to the party this time, but there's been a lot of conversion going on and a lot of body changes that are quite difficult and making me extra tired, funky, not wanting to stick to the program. But that seems to be dissipating, and there seems to be this nice freeing up of energy. One of the reasons for that is because Black Moon Lilith is at 4 degrees of Scorpio. Yesterday was May the 4th, and it truly was May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. Black Moon Lilith really sealed the deal. She really put this auric shell, this protective force field around her, completely, entirely, no leaks, no seepage, no ability to siphon and feed off of her energy any longer. 4 degrees Scorpio is Scorpio plus the 4 is Aquarius. Aquarius is our energy. So Aquarius you could look at as an outlet or a plug. And with Black Moon Lilith there's just no ability for certain things to plug into you anymore. They don't have access. They've been denied. Access denied. I was called to some different decks today, actually, which does actually let me know that she's no longer in this defensive mode of having to really hold up and create this auric shield. It's in place now. So she feels comfortable to talk about different flavors, different concepts in the consciousness of Scorpio, which seems to be ancestral. Scorpio deals with the dirt in the way that Taurus grows things out of the dirt. It produces, it creates with the raw material. Scorpio is the raw material. It's the death. It's the decay. It's the corruption that allows soil to form in the first place. And that's what we're going to be moving into is truly Scorpio is the land of the soil, of the mycelia, of mushrooms, of little critters that turn the soil and decompose things. Yeah, there's a nice decomposition energy there. The decks are the Vision Quest Tarot and the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards. The very first thing I'm drawn to with these is actually this radial quality showing on the box and the back of the Oracle deck. It's telling me there's some sort of radiance happening right now. Not only does she have this shield, but it has a radiant quality to it. It's not just for protection. I think it's also for detection. Like you're going to be able to decipher who's a baddie and who's a goodie because some people are going to shine. When you see them, their aura is going to glow and you'll be like, oh, you're on my side. Hey, pal. Let's see. I'm going to go right into cards because other than that, I'm not quite sure what 4 degrees Scorpio wants to bring up. May the force be with you. May the force be with you from now on. Ladies, fellas, everybody. Four-legged endurance. There's a sense of beast mode here where you're no longer prey, you're no longer a feeding source, you're not being parasitically drained. So your endurance is going to go up, where I'm hearing like a power up in your head, in my head. That's cool. It's telling me that you're receiving a power up. Your battery isn't going to always be at 5% charge anymore. It's going to be juiced. It's going to be fully, it's going to be full. You're going to have a full tank of gas. You're going to have an energy platform that can go the distance. And it feels like there's something very powerful here with spirit animals, power animals, Vahana energy, where you can really, okay. Oh, this is, I'm gonna cry. The animals are telling me that you can ingest their energy without ingesting them, meaning you don't have to eat them to take on their powers, their qualities, that you can emulate them. There's an emulation. One of the reasons why people siphon others in the first place is jealousy. They want to be like you, so they try to eat your energy. This is the most barbaric and silly concept where you can actually view someone as a muse without draining their energy. You can see qualities in them that you would like to take on as your own without taking from anybody. You emulate them. That way you both have endurance and can keep alive and keep performing. Because when you drain someone, you're also draining yourself, actually. That's what they don't realize, is they aren't actually getting anything. They're eating something that's going to ultimately kill them, because you're eating and replicating someone else, which makes you disposable and replaceable and a clone and a copycat, where you become unnecessary to nature, to the whole, to the big picture. Every animal on this card is in its own nature. It's distinct, it's different. Okay, so Black Moon Lilith is saying delete clones, delete copycats, delete clones. We don't need replicas. And the new world energy of the same thing, taking from someone, stealing, robbing, is emulation. You can radiate their qualities and still be you. It changes you for the better, or it changes you for a different experience or a different viewpoint, but it doesn't change who you are at the core. You get to play a character. You get to bring on in trial and error different behaviors, different people. You can kind of play their character temporarily, or even adopt something that does work for you long term, that gets integrated into you without eating them, draining them, robbing them. Animals are smart. Four-legged. I'm getting a superior, high quality, upper echelon hit of the Four of Pentacles with four-legged. It's very stable. It's very secure. It's a deep sense of stability. That Four of Aquarius can be highly unstable, or it can be very stable. This is saying that you're becoming extremely stable. But those who siphon, who steal, who take from others, they're going to become highly unstable, destabilized. They don't have anything to feed off of any longer. That's going to send them into a panic. It's going to send them into a feeding frenzy. They're going to become extremely desperate. What else wants to come through? Black Moon Lilith, 4 degrees of Scorpio. I'm hearing be a voice for the animals. I just did a daily forecast, which was about converting to our new system, which is a humane society. The animals require us to speak on their behalf, to be advocates for them, to ring the alarm. Oh, we got the sun. Emulation. Radiate. You can beam. You can beam now because no one is going to take from you any longer. That's what's happening right now. You're concentrating all of there's a potency. You're concentrating all of your energy. It's becoming extremely potent. Your heart chakra is going to burst and you are going to beam like a freaking Care Bear. Ta-da, ta-da. Wow, that's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll tell you a little funny story. There's cactuses at the bottom here. I hosted a San Pedro ceremony back in 2020. I have stories to tell about 2020, and they have nothing to do with the koofies. While everybody was scared of the koofies, I was serving up all kinds of plant spirits and hosting ceremonies, and we were all intimate, all up in each other's business, all up in each other's face, and we weren't scared of no koofies. We were having a good old time, having our own little powwows. Anyway, Wachuma, San Pedro. I was debating whether or not to partake in my own ceremony that I was hosting to ingest the medicine, to ingest the plant spirit. And I placed a little cactus that my husband gifted me at my bedside table to listen to it overnight. And right before I went to bed, I asked it directly. I said, am I supposed to, am I meant to take the medicine with everyone? And what he said was so potent and has always stuck with me. He said, what did he say? Do you have to touch me or something? Do you have to touch? What did he say? Oh, now I'm like misquoting the cactus. That was the meat and potatoes of it. That was the gist of it. It was like, do you need to touch me? Meaning, when you touch a cactus, you get pricked. You get something that you don't necessarily need, which was telling me I could sit in his presence and still receive his teachings, his wise coaching, his wise counsel, because right then and there, he gave me all the medicine that I ever needed to know from cactus spirit. Do you need to touch me? Wow. There's something really, really big coming through here. I'm going to let that develop. Sex, sacred energy exchange. There's something there with sacred energy exchange. I'm actually hearing something not pleasant, which is MOLESTING, where that's going to end because you don't need to touch the youth to have youth. You don't need to touch someone inappropriately to have a certain experience. Ooh, the Ace of Water is a cleansing energy. water as currency, energy as currency. Your vessel's being refilled, it's being revitalized, your gas tank is being filled, is what I'm getting here. And the mechanism, the source of that is to go out every day and honor and praise the sun. When we emulate the sun, we become the sun. We do not need to. Okay, so one thing I'm hearing a lot lately is Neytiri from Avatar, a sun for a sun. You don't have to take a sun to have a sun. You don't need to take the life to have the power. There's no need for praying. Why won't you catch? Oh, well, whatever. Okay. I felt that one. This is a hungry ghost. Insecurity. It's the complete opposite of this. This is starvation. This is lack. This is emptiness. This is crops that don't provide. This is fallow fields. This is a deep root cause of parasitic vampire energy. It's insecurity. When we aren't raised as a sun, we feel extremely empty. There's a huge void that can never be filled. You never feel like this when you're raised incorrectly. And so we are improperly parented to feel and perpetuate this insecurity when the sun and the earth provide everything that we need in a beautiful synergy, in a beautiful combination. You have the solar, the positive, and then you have the matter, the negative charge, and they combine. This is the next level of Aquarian consciousness too, where, or what is the word? It's not coming to me, but it's essentially like the Temperance card, spirit into matter. The solar energy infuses the matter. It gets taken in to the earth, and that fertilizes the ground. And we're no different. You know, there's this kind of nuclear fusion within us that recharges our solar power, our own energy battery, I keep hearing Taurus field. So with this Taurus sun, we are creating a toroidal field, Taurus. We're charging up our Tauruses. That's one of the primary reasons why twin flames are separated right now. If you keep leeching off of each other, you'll never ever create your own Taurus. And we'll just keep hungry ghosting and codependence and energy leeching. That's why everyone has to be isolated right now. But most people aren't working on that. They're still sitting in their insecurities and looking for external sources to feed them. So that's why you have this kind of bad behavior in mostly the masculine collective. And I'm just not picking on men. The feminine is leading. The feminine has been doing the work for longer. What that's creating is a discrepancy of vibration where the feminine is choosing to rise into this power, this next level. And there's fear and insecurity in the counterpart, and what it's causing is it has to do with algal at 26 degrees of Taurus. Oh, interesting. Okay, so these addictions are the anti-Taurus. Algal, insecurity, all these addictions, if you keep chasing them and trying to feed yourself from these low vibrational, low quality sources, like chasing tail, going with karmics, going out looking for attention, trying to feed your ego, trying to fill your insecurity with essentially junk food or attention from vacant stares. You know, many of these beings that people go after, they're soulless, you know, they're empty vessels. They are maybe charged up to they have their root, their sacral, and their solar plexus, and nothing above, no other chakras lit. So it's kind of like zombies trying to eat each other. There's no nutritional value. It's all dead. It's all dead. Whereas when you have a twin flame union, that separation creates a Taurus. Big Egyptian teachings here. Creates a Taurus. It generates energy. Both parties are solely charged. Recombining is a supernova, or like the birth of galaxies, the birth of stars. Sex ed. We just keep going with sex ed. I am drawn to the card at the bottom of the deck, and I've never seen this one before. It's so beautiful. I love it. It says East, emergence. So what develops, what emerges from a Taurus field is a divine child, the Horus. Godlings. How do you make godlings? Oh, shit. Are we supposed to talk about this on YouTube? I don't even know. I don't know if we're supposed to reveal such things. I guess that's coming out. But I do love this because it's the radiance. You know what? I'm so fearful still. It's this weird grooming to keep my mouth closed, because you know what? If I don't tell the truth, if I don't put it out there, if I don't publish it, then this gets to keep happening, where all the energy goes into a dead matrix instead of us all just doing this. So I'm gonna publish, I will. Does anything else want to come out? I'm having a tug of war in my own brain. It's like, no, leave it there. And then, yes, there's more. Oh, I got lots of dings on my phone and my computer. You know why? Because, and the message is from 𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, which is, how do I want to explain that? It's like, this is a vitamin. This is all the vitamins that you ever need is from the sun. And there's a cost when you don't get out in the sun. That's why they want to keep you out of the sun, because then you cannot create this. And you have to rely on buying their shit and staying in the consumerism program. So I am going to push past my brains protest and pull some more cards. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that's tough, man. I'll just show it. Torment and 9 of Earth accumulation. There's a sacrificial energy here and a poster child that was affixed. we're doing away with the false narrative of a derivative of the Taurus, of the Horus. Nobody is meant to be that martyr. Nobody is meant to be hung up there. That's the sun for the sun that I was pulling through. I need one more card. Oh, interesting. Four of Earth, security in reverse. So we have double insecurity. That's interesting. And I was talking specifically that this is an honorary Four of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here is there is that cross symbol on here. I'm really drawn to the circle though, like a as a Venus symbol, as an Ankh. This portion got severed off of the ancient symbol so that we keep perpetuating this cycle of sacrifices, of energy donations to a phantom, the phantom menace. May the force be with you. There's something with all of this going on. It's very Star Warsy now. This will be our final card. Birds, freedom, godlings. There's another radial quality to it. I'm hearing free bird. I'm hearing wings. I'm hearing hawk. I'm hearing Horus. I'm hearing Merlin. White dove. As above, so below. My eyes are being drawn into the center of the spiral as like the source of all creation, staring into the sun, staring into the great central sun. All right, I think I'll leave that there. That was pretty deep. It started off pretty gentle, but Scorpio goes deep, and Scorpio brings up hard topics and the not so pretty things that we don't want to talk about or hear or pay attention to. No, but that's not very mature. That's not very evolved. That's not very responsible. Ignorance is not bliss. Put all the other cards away and I'll just show you what I was left with. I was left with the 3 oracle cards, and you can just take them in and absorb whatever messages you see in the 3. They're so beautiful. There's just this quality of freedom in nature too, the animals being free. It liberates the animals in a different way too. Alrighty. That's what I got for you today. Thank you for joining. I'll see you later. Bye.